Did I ever tell you my mother's buried in Blackwater?
Really? She is?
Apparently so. I only found out from an uncle of mine years later. Last I knew, she was still outside Philadelphia. I left home at 15 and didn't see her again. She and I didn't always see eye to eye. I wasn't always a very obedient child.
I can only imagine.
Still, I loved her in my own way, and she me in hers. Somehow, even from the grave, she managed to have the last laugh.
This looks like a fine vessel.
Okay. Come on, Arthur. Let's get her in the water.
First things first. Let me assure you that I am not leaving YouTube or taking a break for my mental health or changing the channel in any way. We are not quitters on this channel. I take this job very seriously, and I do not take you for granted as a viewer and a subscriber. It is my privilege to make videos for you, and I am grateful and humbled that you continue to watch and support Arthur and Biscuit after all this time.
Good luck and stupid fish.
But what about stupid luck and good fish?
That'll do too. Keep going.
However, I feel I owe you an explanation on why video production has slowed for Free Roam Fridays, Marston Mondays, and especially the full game commentary. I started this channel because I loved this game, and a certain YouTuber that I shall not name pronounced Saint-Denis as Saint Denis, which I could not abide. And at the same time I started this channel, my mother got her diagnosis, and I pretty much just lived in a state of denial and threw myself into video production and focused on building the channel. She was going to the hospital at least once a week, which I hated, and I stuck my head in the sand and made videos about Arthur and horses. I remember doing a 100-day march where I made a video every day. My focus was on growing the channel, getting monetized, and of course, not thinking about my mother and real life.
Nibble there, Arthur. Fish on the line, Arthur.
And then when she passed, when the channel was at about 5,000 subs, my father was okay for a while, perhaps 6 months, and then his health started rapidly declining, and we were back to the hospital again. I hate hospitals and doctors. I do love nurses, however. I have never met a more compassionate and caring profession. They work so hard and do such good. But I digress. My reaction was to push even harder on this channel. I mean, if we got to 5K, perhaps we could get to 10.
50-pounder, you reckon?
I would like to see that.
And then when my father died, he couldn't really live without my mom, which makes me both happy and profoundly sad. Now I had to deal with their house. So I moved back in and began remodeling and cleaning up and getting rid of all of their stuff. A lifetime of objects, each with a specific memory, an anchor to a place and time. And I got through all of it by making more videos and pushing hard on the channel and not thinking about it. Also, I got Sadie literally at my father's funeral. And Auntie asked me if I wanted a dog, and I asked to see a picture and pretty much adopted her on the spot.
All day, rob someone, and buy some fish.
So I had the house stuff, and a new puppy, and the channel to keep me busy and keep me from dealing with any dark emotional stuff, or feeling what I was feeling and denying. But now, dear viewer, at 15K, after we have moved into a new place and settled into a new life, I can feel the last 5 years starting to catch up with me. And regrettably, the channel is suffering.
He sits down, picks his rod back up, and carries on. Doesn't say a word. So I'm a little surprised and say, Wesley, that was nice of you. And he replies, well, felt I had to. After all, I was married to her for 30 years.
Oh, there he is.
Don't get me wrong, I am not depressed. I'm still getting up in the morning, Appetite is fine, still exercising and working out. Having a dog really helps. I don't know what I'd do without her. However, it occurred to me, on Sunday, that I never really made time to mourn or deal with my feelings about my parents or their passing. I used to have Sunday brunch with my mom and dad every Sunday, and now that I'm an adult orphan, like Bruce Wayne, or perhaps Peter Pan, if you listen to literally every one of my ex-girlfriends, and you know, I'm sure having a YouTube channel where I play video games all day doesn't help, and again, I digress. At any rate, on Sunday I found myself reflecting on the past 4 or 5 years, while thinking about my next video for you guys, and worrying about video production, and everything suddenly made sense to me. I am finally dealing with all of those emotions, or rather, finally feeling them.
We saw when we went back for Sean.
Well, look at us now, huh? It could be worse.
So, no worries, I'll get through this. I just thought I'd share what I was going through with all of you. I felt I owed you an explanation. I would like to get Marston Mondays and Free Roam Fridays back on a weekly schedule, and that will happen at some point, I can assure you. But I don't know when. You know, I can remember when I finally reached 1K and got the channel monetized. I was so proud, and I tried my best to explain to my mother what a big deal that was. She never really understood, regrettably. I mean, she was happy for me, but it was what the youth of today would call an okay boomer moment. Same with my father. Understanding YouTube and social media, and especially video games, and how you can earn income from it, was just too modern, I guess. And that is a regret. I do wish they could have seen how I built this channel up from nothing, and where we are now, and where we are going. So my message to you, I guess, is you only get one mom. So call her or give her a hug. Same with your dad. Try to explain what's going on in your life. Share something, your hopes and dreams, your feelings. Do it now, do it today, and do it for me. As for the forthcoming videos, working on Bandit Challenges and the Bennett Brothers Gold, and we really should get back to that commentary. Abigail has complained to John, and Marston has complained to me. One thing I have learned in this life, you gotta keep the women in your life happy, even the virtual ones.
Hosea,
Yes.
how about a song?
Okay. All right, I got one for you.
I'm Superantonio. Thanks for watching. I appreciate your views. Like, comment, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell for daily Red Dead Redemption 2 content, and we shall meet again. Further on down the trail.
Right. I think we're gonna be okay. I know. I always know. Whenever I got you two by my side, things are gonna be just fine. This place will be good for us. For now, anyway.
I hope so.